Okay, it's been forever since Buddy Club did a video, so we're here. This is going to be pretty much the last gardening one, I think, for the season. Unfortunately, we're starting to get pretty chilly. We did rip a bunch of stuff out this year and redo some of our gardening. A little bit of it was thanks to Mother Nature. We had a pretty good windstorm once, which took down some of the fence. I had to put up new 2x4s, some new 4x4 posts, and blend in new fencing all to the old. This was all blown down and pretty ripped up by the wind. I lost part of my bird feeder and some other stuff, but new brickwork is coming out. There's some new evergreen trees, white hill pine and a black hill pine. So these are going to get to be about, I think, 50 to 70 feet tall and probably about 15 feet wide or so. Obviously going to have to do a little bit of pruning at times, but the general idea is to get them to go together and remove that bench eventually with just a little bird feeder up here in the middle. We did put in, from the beginning of the season, some new arbs to kind of block out the back neighbor stuff. This is all new this year. These are all hibiscus, perennial hibiscus. There's a really large flowers when they come off, about 6, even more than that, 7 or 8 inches in diameter. Actually, they get pretty large. The dogwood is starting to change off here, red twig dogwood. What'll happen with this one is these branches, the twigs, hence the red twig, these will look like flames kind of shooting out of the snow in winter time. We put in a new raspberry this year. That's over here. This is copper piping, and I'm going to make a trellis out of this. Hopefully train the raspberry to grow up, and then it'll go, you know, the wiring will go, it'll just be squared off just like a trellis. There's another hibiscus. This bed has been put to rest, so to speak. I'm going to start to till this off. This will be garlic in about maybe 2 weeks. About 2 weeks I'm going to put garlic down. All my pots and stuff have been emptied. I'm going to have to clean them. I will use a dilute solution of bleach and water. Clean those up and take them into the house in my basement for the winter. This will get cleaned out and probably stay outside. That's just fiberglass, no big deal there. My blueberries will have to be winterized. Cobblestone and flagstone can stay where it is right now. It's a project that really didn't get done. Another blueberry. Our new grapes for the year will be taken care of as well. I'm going to be watering the snot out of those things real soon. This one's actually doing quite well from the ground up, going all the way around, and hopefully they'll meet each other this year. Carrots are going to come out here today. Garlic chives will come out today. All my tomatoes, everything is out. This trellis will stay over the winter just to see what it does. Probably fall apart, but we'll just make a new one. Strawberries did all right. We just picked off the rest of our beans. This used to be tomatoes, all hybrid tomatoes in containers. Those did pretty well. All in all, a really prolific season for us. The weather was one of the warmer summers we've had in a long time here in the Milwaukee area. We got in this brickwork too. This is all Cream City brick, so all ribbons of brick all over the place. Really is starting to come together pretty well. See how it is here. I'm going to actually pull out some carrots here in just a minute, so we'll take a look at that. But the brickwork, really the way it's kind of going around the entire yard, if we were to look from upstairs on that porch up there, it really looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll run up there later and show how that looks. This bench over here, I don't know, is in kind of rough shape. I got this from a coworker about 2 years ago, and it's a great bench. I'm going to take it apart, use it as a template. It's pretty loose now, and it's been repaired a couple times. It's in rough shape, so I'm going to take it apart, use that as a template and make a new one out of cedar. So that'll be okay. Clean up our bird bath and get that good to go. These Arborvitae, I'm really going to have to winterize. I'm going to water them, thoroughly water them here over the next few days. I'm going to set a soaker hose up and really start to water them off. And then on this fence that's behind them, I'm going to put up some burlap, and then I will make another small fence of burlap in front of them. Hopefully keep the moisture into them and stop the wind from drying them out really well, and stop some of the glare from the snow, the sun bouncing off the snow, and really drying these things out further. It's a problem for Arborvitae around here. So hopefully I'll get them to last through the winter. They just went in this year, so they're pretty delicate or tender right now, so we'll see. I'm already kind of having some problems with some browning off and some dying off, so hopefully I'm going to be able to rectify that. I've heard and read different things about putting an antiperspirant onto these. It's a spray that you would put onto the foliage here. You can see how it's basically, what this would be is, I don't know, it's kind of like if you look at it and you want to relate it to your hand. Those leaves are all just like a bunch of hands hanging out there getting blasted by the wind, which makes a greater surface area than if they were just little pine needles, kind of like they'd be out like that. You can see the greater surface area that the wind would be drying out. So we'll see what happens with that. If anybody has any tips on wintering Arborvitae, please let me know. Okay, here's Rachel. She's helping with carrots. And what are you doing?
I'm using a garden fork so I don't damage the carrots.
That's right. So you're just digging them out, right? Pulling from behind the carrots. Kind of like, here's Rachel's garden fork. Here are the carrots. So we're just going to go behind them. All right, pry that up. Ready? And here's what Rachel's pulling up. Some good carrots. All right, so these are called short and sweet. Let's take a look. Hold on, Rachel. Here's a good example, actually. This just came out. Let's take a look at this. This carrot right here, the short and sweet, if we take a look at it compared to all these other ones, which are straight. This one right here, either I had some compacted soil issues or maybe a piece of wood or a rock, but this carrot probably grew to here, hit something, turned, and then went down. Maybe it hit something else over here, I don't know. But this is deformed because it hit something. So that is a good indicator. Make sure you keep your nice, fertile, moist soil. It likes a little bit of sandy soil for the carrots. Just got to be kind of clog-free. Otherwise, you're going to get that. Doesn't hurt the taste any, but definitely not the most beautiful looking thing in the entire world, and it looks like we're going to throw it away because it got a bug in it anyways. I can't tell if you can see that or not. Right there, there's a hole in there. So instead of chucking it, we'll just compost it. It's going to go into the worm tower, so that stuff will all kind of degrade in there and become worm food. That's what this is, worm tower.
And sometimes you can get lucky because look what I pulled out.
The monster carrot.
Uh-huh.
Big. All right.
Yes.
All right, this is kind of what I was talking about from up on that porch view. So you can see it starts out down below us. Runs the yard minus that post that I just slammed into almost. And it goes the whole distance. So really, pretty neat. That, unfortunately, those pots are all in the way. And I'm really not running down to go change them out, but pretty cool view with all the brick. There it is.